you?
You speak English?
Uh,
What is the best Indonesian food?
Indonesian food.
Yeah, what's your favorite?
The best.
Yeah, number one.
Paling nasi Padang yang saya tahu Pak. Nasi Padang, rendang.
Nasi Padang?
Iya, nasi Padang.
I think I marked a place on the map for it. Yeah, I think so.
What is up, folks? I'm Ryan, and along with my partner in crime, Sara, we are traveling Indonesia, and we are enjoying every little bite of it. Oh, you see what I did there? I said bite instead of bit, because like usually people say every little bit of it, but then this is about food, so I said bite of it, because you bite food. This video will take you on a culinary journey, blah, 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 blah. Let's get to some food.
Okay, so we are at Merdeka. I want to say it's called Merdeka.
So this is Nasi Padang, the dish recommended by our Grab driver. I'm guessing that the term dish and cuisine are sort of used interchangeably when it comes to food in Indonesia, because as you can see, this is several dishes. Nasi means rice. Padang is the capital of West Sumatra province. This is where many Minangkabau people come from. They are an ethnic group of Indonesia. There's about 6.5 million of them in the country. With all the islands, 6,000 of them. And with all the ethnic groups, 1,300 of them, Indonesia has an incredible amount of regional cuisine. We'll explore more of those a little later in the video, but let's get back to Nasi Padang.
Jeffrey curry?
Padang restaurants are all over Jakarta. It's the kind of place where a working man would go to eat. Maybe a taxi driver.
Paling nasi Padang yang saya tahu Bapak.
And since we're both part-time workers down in the shipping yards of Jakarta, we decided to make this our first real meal in Indonesia. This Nasi Padang restaurant is in the tourist area, so it's probably a good starting point for us newbies. The waiter actually explained to us in English how things work and what the dishes are. Other Nasi Padang restaurants, you might have to play guess the dish, but with this wide variety of food, you know you're going to find something you love. Unless you're a picky eater. Don't get me started on picky eaters.
Oh boy.
The preceding clip was a joke, and Itchy Feet in no way condones hitting children even if they don't eat their cabbage. That's right, you should only hit picky eaters if they're adults.
We've already unwrapped this one. Looks like tofu and chili.
Tempeh.
Oh, it's tempeh.
Tempeh and tofu.
You've probably heard of beef rendang, one of the national dishes of Indonesia. We're not eating that today, but I assure you I ate it a few times on this trip and it's very, very delicious. An absolute must eat in Indonesia. If you find what looks to be a chicken leg, but from like a chicken that goes to the gym all the time and they do squats and stuff. Yeah, that one right there. Eat that. I feel like I have to defend Southeast Asian chickens sometimes.
These are the plaintiffs. Mary Jo Sue says the chicken leg wasn't juicy enough, and the meat content on it wasn't enough to satisfy her hunger. Even her blind husband says, that chicken just didn't look right. This is the defendant, Indonesian chicken leg. It says that its meat is tender and it's delicious, and that Mary Jo is just a jelly little cuckoo.
I think a lot of people are used to the type of chicken I had growing up, a juicy chicken leg. Well, you know what? You know what that juice is? It's added water. This chicken is not juicy, but it's definitely not dry. It's tender. Sure, there's less meat on this leg, but it's actually meatier in taste. And it's moist, of course, because we have this incredibly creamy curry sauce. All I am saying is give Southeast Asian chicken a chance.
That was a tasty meal. Total cost was about $11 for two of us. The delicious curries they have, man. We had that one, I think. I don't know. We had some. Good spot, good spot. So right now, oh my God, that's close. We just sat down at this little food court spot. I don't know what these things are called, but it's a good spot to get food in Indonesia. We're both exhausted from today. We went back to the hotel, we went for a swim, and just tried to take it easy, but I think you could tell by the look on my face how tired I am. We're getting some noodles from these guys over here. The guy's got an Oasis shirt on, so that's a good sign, right? So we got two types of noodles, chicken noodles. What were they? Do you remember?
Yasim? No. Asim.
What these weary travelers are trying to say is that this dish, called Mie Ayam or noodles chicken, that would be the direct translation in English, it's often served two different ways. Asin or biasa is the salty version. Its sauce mostly consists of soy sauce and chicken oil. Yaman or sometimes manis is the sweet variation. It's served with more Kecap Manis, aka sweet soy sauce. I think we need a Kecap Manis interlude. This is one of the best ingredients in Indonesia. It's basically soy sauce with a bunch of added palm sugar. You'll find it as a condiment on tables across Indonesia. It's a good way to balance your meal's flavors, and it'll help cool off the heat you get from some of the sambals, the Indonesian chili sauces that can sometimes turn your mouth into a tongue incinerator. Sambal interlude? Hold on, we can't interlude in an interlude. Let's get back to the chicken and noodles. You can thank the Chinese Indonesians for Mie Ayam. The wheat noodles, and this one includes a wonton, that's very Chinese, but the flavors are very Indonesian. And these crispy wonton wrappers you get with it? Crispy wonton wrappers. Oh. It's a great quick dinner and quite cheap. This was under $2 a bowl. Okay, now what was I saying about the sambal? Did I mention that it almost killed me?
Obviously, that's why I go to foreign countries.
You're going to get sambal with a lot of meals in Indonesia. Sambal won't always be mind-meltingly spicy. This one certainly was.
Deadliest substance known to man. Let's see your tongue.
But there are 212 variants of sambals in Indonesia. They all contain hot peppers, but some are more balanced when it comes to flavors. I guess it depends on the restaurant and what you're eating with it.
Nice whole fried fish we got here. Sarah got roast chicken.
I'm down at this place before we came in here.
Yeah.
This might be the best roast chicken I've ever eaten. This is so good.
Really? All right, I'm gonna dig into this fish. Good. This is yours if you want to take that. Some tempeh.
Tempeh! It's the second time we've mentioned that. I don't know, do people know what tempeh is? Do people know that it's an Indonesian thing? Tempeh is fermented soybeans. Now you might say, no, Ryan, that's tofu you're thinking of. I'm done with you. I wish you the best, but I am no longer a fan. Unsubscribed. Tempeh is a bit similar to tofu, I guess, but the main difference is that the soybeans are whole, not ground up. They use a fungus to naturally ferment the beans and bind them into a cake form. Because they use whole soybeans, tempeh is actually higher in protein and fiber than tofu is. This is a pretty cool spot, eh? Now we're in Bandung, West Java. This is Sundanese country. The Sundanese are yet another ethnic group, and they bring yet another unique twist on Indonesian food. We're eating nasi timbel, rice steamed inside of a banana leaf. At this place you can get merah rice, which means red, and it's what we would call brown rice. You pick your rice and you pick what you want with it. The Sundanese are really into wrapping things in banana leaves. Banana leaves add a subtle sweet flavor when food is cooked in them.
Sure, let's do with that now. Just put that right there.
This chicken, it might not look like much, but it's so tender and flavorful. The Indonesians are absolute masters of cooking chicken, whether it's deep fried, steamed, grilled, or stewed.
$95,000 for everything. 2 meals, pretty good deal. That was super delicious, cool spot. One of the best meals we've had so far, but we must continue. Find more food. Let's go. Where are we headed?
Brownies.
Brownies. Brownies. Oh. She wasn't kidding. Makota Ku Balok Brownies. So like a little place just selling brownies. All right, I'm down. I'm down with the brown. Oh, look at icing in the middle.
It's not icing.
What the f? I don't give a shit.
But that would give people the wrong impression of what's inside.
It's creamy
Icing
chocolate.
is like sweet though.
This isn't sweet?
It's not sweet, it's like chocolate.
Melted chocolate? No, it's not melted chocolate though.
It's a gooey brownie. It's like the dough that's like a little bit
dough?
raw in the center.
Raw dough?
No. It's gooey chocolate.
Yeah. It's a gooey chocolate in the middle. Not icing, not raw dough. I would say it's like a gooey chocolate.
Like in a brownie.
Similar to, brownies are always hard.
No, they're gooey in the middle.
You're gooey in the middle.
After visiting the incredible acidic lake in the crater of a volcano, go back and watch that if you haven't seen it, we grabbed some lunch at a little shack on the mountain.
Soto, yeah?
Yeah. Excuse me. Yep. Okay, have a nice meal, yeah?
So this is sop. Sop means soup, and iga means rib from the cow. So it's like beef rib soup. Looks super delish, super healthy and hearty. And over here, Sarah got chicken stew, I guess you'd call it. Soto ayam. Or I don't know.
Soto versus Sop. No, it's not a court battle. Peter Soto didn't sue Sally Sop because she accidentally ran over Peter's prized petunias. No, it's two different words in Indonesia that both kinda mean soup. According to Wikipedia, Soto refers to the traditional soups of Indonesia, and Sop refers to soups that have been influenced by foreign cultures. Now, I can't really find any evidence to back that up, and frankly, I don't really care. I just know that Indonesia can make a damn fine bowl of soup. There's a tanginess to this that goes really well with the strong flavors of the beef ribs. Sarah's bowl of chicken soup is infused with turmeric, giving it an earthiness.
It's so good. It's like lemonade.
Lemonade?
Lemony.
Oh.
Herby, like.
Yeah. Oh, there's that forehead again.
Try not to like put your big forehead into the camera.
We're actually up in the hills of Bandung, and one of the specialties here are strawberries, so big side of strawberries here. Pretty good meal.
Want to try some?
And the award for best breakfast buffets in Southeast Asia goes to
La La Land.
I think that's meant to say Indonesia.
Alright, so we're going to show you guys Indonesia hotel breakfast. Let's just have a look over here and look at this station. We got potato chips, some vegetables, mac and cheese, sausage, eggs, omelet. This stuff here is kind of a traditional, I think it's called lumpia Bali. Spring rolls type stuff. Fried stuff. Ooh, fried tofu. Nope, it's peanuts and corn and sweet potato. And that's some kind of sauce, I don't know, I'm not sure about that one. I don't like how that spoon is sitting with that lid. This is healthy stuff. Over here, oh, this is where windy. So this is your rice porridge. Rice porridge in there. You can add extra broth to it, and then all these toppings we put on. Got some sticky rice, and you put mango and yogurt and coconut on it. Waffles, croffles, panoffles, croissants, danishes, muffins, green tea muffins, strawberry, all kinds of goodies. What do you got in here? What do you got? And then we got a donut tree. We got some cereal, fresh milk, guava juice, infused water, mineral water. We got a noodle station. This guy's doing up noodles, fresh. Lots of vegetables. This is rice, another kind of rice. Ooh, wei tiao. So it's rice noodles, fried green beans, it's fish, and chicken, tons of chicken, some sambal, some veg. And then finally, there's a fridge section here with pudding and salad, juices, and fresh fruit, yogurt. Not bad. And keep in mind, we're not even staying in like fancy hotel. Also coffee, tea, of course. All right, I'm gonna go put a plate together.
Not everyone is as adventurous as I, Ryan the food venturer. Some people prefer to dine in classy places like this over 100-year-old restaurant, Braga Permai.
This is Jalan Braga. This is kind of like, I would say, the equivalent to Bar Street, Entertainment Street in Bandung. Back, did you miss me?
They offer some Indonesian dishes and some Western dishes.
So this is duck confit. It's duck and basically like a duck ravioli, I guess. Oh, thanks for the ugly napkin. Sarah got a burger, boga, as they call it him. Yeah, it's smoked meat burger. That is deadly good. It was really good. The ravioli's fresh too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
Great, thank you.
Very much.
He just sat there. I watched him. He's sitting there watching me. I was like, why is this guy watching me? And he's just waiting for me to take the first bite so he can come over and say, is it good? Yeah, bud, it's good. Stop bragging about it.
Well, this is John bragging.
John Brago Street. Always bragging about how good their food is.
And despite it being in the heart of the entertainment district, the food is still quite cheap.
This dish, I think it's 100,000, which is about $6. And Sarah's about the same.
Indonesia is constantly surprising me with the cost of food here. I just can't believe the cost.
Sarah's actually the poster child for this restaurant.
Where are my cigarettes?
We're sitting in the smoking section. It's funny in Indonesia that there's always two sections to the restaurant. Not always, but a lot of times, two sections to the restaurant. They go, do you want to sit in the smoking section or the non-smoking section? But the smoking section is always outside. The non-smoking section is inside. We like to sit outside, so we usually sit in the smoking section despite not smoking. This is a big mall here in Bandung, and a Burger King over there. Alright, this is a pretty interesting food place. It's a food chain in Indonesia, and it's kind of a, not fast food, but it's like in malls and stuff. But you pick what you want and you grab the ticket. It's kind of a cool little system. So we got some fish fillet with mango sauce. So we take the ticket, give them the ticket for it. And they have all this, and they have more on the other side. Kind of a nice little spot to sit actually too. Big reveal? What do you think's in there? Oh. Thank you. The drinks have arrived. This is interesting, yeah. What did they say it was?
Sparkling coconut.
Sparkling coconut. There's a lot of interesting drinks, and I want to say it's because they don't drink alcohol, so they got to get a little bit more creative with the drinks here. There's a lot of mocktails that are pretty good in restaurants you find, and some like cool fermented drinks, unique juices, a lot of like medicinal stuff too that's just supposed to be healthy.
It tastes like a Malona.
Can refill your white rice.
Sorry?
Can refill your white rice if you need.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I thought he said you can reveal your rice now. She's like, reveal it? How do I do that? Fish looks pretty good. And this is chap chai. Chap chai is Chinese fried vegetables, basically. You can find it all over Indonesia, but it's very much a Chinese dish that they eat here. It's really one of the only vegetable dishes, so. And total cost?
Like 100.
100. It's $6 for 2 people. I'm really just blown away by how cheap the food is here. The other day we went to a place, I don't want to call it out by name, but we'll just call it McMichael's. Sarah got the Big Mike combo, and the cost was only $3 for a Big Mike combo with fries, drink, and a Big Mike. So, pretty cheap. Shameful, of course, but pretty cheap.
But the cheapest food you'll find in Indonesia is in the streets of Indonesia. That is, if you're okay with eating stray cat. This guy fed us for almost 4 meals. He's meatier than he looks. Now the second cheapest meal you'll find in Indonesia is also in the streets of Indonesia. Indonesia has a ton of street food and a nice variety of it. You can find your nasi goreng, fried rice, and your mie goreng, fried noodles. But there's so much more, and I wish I had more time to try it all. But we're headed back to Cambodia in less than 12 hours, and I just realized I haven't had one of the most famous dishes of Indonesia, satay. Grilled meat on a stick, which is smothered in a peanut sauce.
I just ran out to grab some street food outside of the hotel. I found a bunch of different stuff here, so got some ayam goreng, fried chicken, and then this one might get a little sloppy. So this is the satay ayam that I got. It's chicken satay. That was so cheap, I couldn't believe it. 10 sticks for, I don't know, just trust me, it was cheap. Finally, this one I had never seen before. I don't even know what it's called. I just saw it and I was like, okay, give me that. It almost looks like dumplings or something that he chopped up, put in the sauce. It's pretty good.
This is just a small sample of the delicious food that Indonesia has to offer. Please, I invite you to use the comments below to tell me what your favorite Indonesian dish is. Was it something I missed? I'm sure some jackoff will complain in the comments below how I'm an asshole because I didn't include sauté torpedo or something. Indonesia has proven to me that I do not need pork.
Oh, DD, oh, what it is? Oh, DD, what it is?
I mean, I want it and I love it. But maybe, just maybe, not having pork as an ingredient has helped Indonesians become more creative with their cooking, and that's why their food is one of the most underrated foods in the world. Thank you for feeding me. Take care, comb your hair. I'm out.
Don't match up, no love, we can date. I just fade when I hit the jack. You can keep the pie. Every night I gamble, I stop. Yeah, when I check the cost, I was like, oh, that's expensive.